old racist Billboard magazine. Old racist Billboard magazine. They saying that Thriller is the 22nd greatest Halloween song ever. And my reaction is these folks, they hating on Michael Jackson alive. Well, they fake. They're racist. And, this is indicative of it. You can't name 18 songs that you care to remember. You might have about 3 or 4, but chances are 9.9 out of 10 Thriller songs between 1 and 3. And somebody's watching me, but you did the hook with Rockwell is going to be in your top 5 or 6. Who are you kidding with this? Good and well that Thriller stopped the landscape. The video is considered the greatest video ever. Attached to one of the most important albums ever created, his dominance. See, they always are going to stay in hate mode 22nd. Who came up with this? Now, it cracks me up because they really actually put this out there. And this is part of again, you get falsely accused or you get the backlash. This is what they do. They let you know what they think of you. Ain't nobody buying this mess. First of all, don't celebrate that hokey so-called holiday because it's really hokey and it doesn't mean nothing because people are dressing up and doing stupid stuff. So let's take that off the table. Second of all, the man's sales generate crazy income this time of the year. The sales, I'm not even talking about the streams. I'm talking about the actual sales. Do you realize he still sells 1 million plus copies of physical copies in an era where there are hardly no record stores? Let that sink in. And this particular song, they have Thriller Fest in most towns in the United States and across the pond where they have Thriller Night where people dance and recreate the scene. That's all they do. I don't know no other song that gets a celebration year in year out like Thriller does. I don't know. Not on that level. But you see, this is the hate. And this is the kind of hate in America with 3Ks and Billboard is full of it. That this is the kind of stuff that they promote and the lies they promote. They don't want to tell you that the most dominant artist and when you're charting was Michael Jackson, a black man. They don't want to give you that. They don't want to, or they want to say, well, how about this? How about that? Most of that stuff that they're putting out there, Monster Mash or that corny mess, is not even top 10 worthy. And most people don't care. They don't care. Thriller was a lifestyle, was a game changer. That one song, you know what they always tell people all the time? If you give me that money track, give me something I can remember you by. Something that everybody knew from head to toe. Routine, the whole 9. Yeah, Billboard is racist for this mess. And I know that may sound strong, but it's not. Because they always have found a way to downplay his dominance. And a lot of people didn't like the fact that he dominated. I lived that time period. I remember what he represented on the charts and the power and the muscle that it came with Sony, then CBS, to go in there and say, hey, y'all got to play his videos, y'all got to play his songs. We pulling everybody off. And when he bought the Beatles catalog, see, in his personal life, he was never convicted of nothing. So they need to move on from that. But they don't even have the respect to know how dominant this particular song is. And I'm talking about in this generation. I'm not even talking about in generations that grew up watching it. It still resonates. But you see, this is what you do when you deal with haters. And that's why Billboard is trash. And they keep changing their charts. It's payola. And we're going to find out, the mob is running the NBA and the sports. They ran the music. You already know. So this one is a hokey list. It's jive. Boycott Billboard. They need to tell the truth for a change. But then again, have they really ever, fake, signed up manipulative charts, streamings, extremes? Watch, Thriller's going to do big numbers again. I guess next time they'll say, okay, well, it's great. We'll make it up to number 21. I mean, who are you kidding? Everybody knows the impact of Thriller, just the song by itself. And yes, when you think of Halloween, it's one of the top 2-3 songs that come to mind, not no 22. That don't even make no sense. That is embarrassing and a bad joke. They need to stop with that. But that's what haters do. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share the video if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. And I'm going to go listen to Thriller. Hee hee.